found legs. You ready? I'm here with Debbie Nutter, our tax collector and treasurer. We're going to do a little interview with her today. So, Deb, welcome. Thank you for agreeing to do this. You're going to put a face to the job and let the people know what you do. So we're going to start off with just a little job description and a delineation of the two.
Okay.
How they did this.
Well, my title is Treasurer Collector for the Town of Pepperell. On the collector's side, we send out the real estate, personal property, and excise bills. They go out and they have 30 days to be paid. My collection rate is extremely well. For real estate, for FY18, I've collected 99% of the bills. I have probably 27 accounts still outstanding, but I have people on payment plans. It's just a really good thing. And if people have difficulty paying, they come in and we talk, and I put them on payment plans because no one should stress over this, afraid of losing their homes or things like that. As far as excise, we send out our major excise commitment. It just went out in February. It's going to be due on March 1st. And it's coming in. People have the ability to use the lockbox, pay online, come in and see me, or Sharon, who's my assistant. And our hours are Monday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8 to 4:30, and Friday 9 to 12. And again, we have a lockbox right outside the selectman's office. They can drop payments on the weekend. And like I said, I'm willing to work with anybody because I'm a taxpayer in this town, and I know how difficult it is sometimes. And I don't want to put anybody out of their homes, and that's not my goal. I just want Pepperell to be great. And in order to be great, we have to collect the money for the taxes. As far as the treasurer, I pay all the bills. The warrants get processed through the accounting's office, but my name's on those checks. We do a bill warrant every week. I transfer the money for the payroll. I transfer the money for the bill warrants. And we've been very fortunate that we haven't had to worry about any shortcomings for payables or whatever. And I invest the money. I have an investment group that I use, and they come in quarterly and tell me how we stand. Things look really good right now. I mean, it's a tight budget process that we're going to be going into. We do have a deficit in this year's budget, but we have a wonderful town administrator, Andrew McLean, and he has the town of Pepperell's back, and I have so much confidence in him, and he's going to get us through what we need to do. It sounds like I'm really praising him, but I'm telling you, it's absolutely wonderful to have fresh ideas and someone who really cares. He's been here for 3 months, but he really cares about the town. And he doesn't talk at the employees. He talks to us and asks for advice, what we think the issues might be. We had a real morale issue in the town for, I want to say, about the past year. That's going away. We have departmental meetings, and he wants ideas. And like I said, we're not being talked at, we're being talked to, and that's really refreshing.
Excellent. So in that, could you just tell the townspeople the difference between the stabilization fund, free cash, and our bond rating, which seems to be very important, but I think this, that would clarify some.
Stabilization is kind of like a rainy day fund that if we really needed it, we could go into it. Free cash is money that has come in, and it's not designated for anything. Like there was one year when I first came back as a treasurer collector, I collected $863,000 in back taxes, and because we had the tax debt sale, and that went into free cash. So that was a one-time boost. Unfortunately, the free cash has been spent down, and for the past couple of years, we used free cash to balance our budget. Andrew's goal is to stop that from happening because it's going to get to the point at some point we're not going to have any free cash. I believe our bond rating is a AA, and don't quote me on that. I should have checked that one out. But everything else, I think we're in good position, but it's scary because we have people that want a new fire truck and we want people that need a new police officer. And we totally understand that, but our free cash is so low that we can't use that to fund these things anymore. Do we need to have a tax override? Probably. I know that's not a friendly thing, and people don't want that, because once you have an override, it's there, and it never goes away. But to keep Pepperell as wonderful as it is, we have some great people in this town. The community is great. We're going to have to start maybe pinching pennies a little bit more, and just work together. And I think that's the biggest goal. We need to work together, because there's been a lot of bickering, there's been a lot of accusations, and I'm hoping that with this election coming up, that they're going to have a board of selectmen that's going to work well together and be positive.
Great. Your responsibilities, it does seem like an intense job that you would need to take on some outside responsibilities, those classes. Can you give us some background as to your other affiliations to maintain the competency?
I belong to the Mass Treasurer Collectors Association. I attend their school at UMass Amherst every August. I'm working towards being certified. That's a work in progress. Just going to those conferences in schools, I can sit in class all day long, but when I can talk to one of my colleagues at lunch and we have the same problem, then we can discuss, well, how'd you do this or how'd you do that? And just the support from my fellow colleagues is wonderful. For the community-wise, involved with a capital campaign for Patch, and that is so wonderful. We were able to buy Dr. Spiegelman's old office and renovate it, and it's just heartwarming, and it's humbling to me to be able to be involved in that. I'm on the community covenant for the veterans, and we serve breakfast to the veterans once a month. And by the way, that's tomorrow. And it starts at 8:15. So we'll be there to do that. And I'm on the Pepperell Business Association Board of Directors, and we did the most wonderful thing at Christmas with the Secret Santa. And that's what Pepperell is. We have so many wonderful people. And sometimes I get some kickback saying, well, you're the treasurer collector, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm not doing that as a treasurer collector. I'm doing it as Debbie Nutter, the person who just has such an open heart that I want to help anybody that I possibly can.
Excellent. So another question I think would be important for the citizens: are you an elected or an appointed position?
I am appointed. I had a contract. It was not signed by this Board of Selectmen, so they appointed me to a 3-year term, which is fine. I am a salary employee, an exempt salary employee, and that means that no matter if I work 40 hours or if I work 55 hours, I only get paid for 40 hours. And that's the way exempt salary employees get paid. There's been some questions as to, like on Friday afternoons, we close the town hall at 12 noon, and people will say, well, she didn't work a whole day on Friday. I've worked hours that people don't realize that I've worked. First thing in the morning, I'm here usually by 7:30. Monday nights, I'm here until 6. And again, if I have to go to a meeting, my office is always open. We just cover each other's backs. And if the assessor's out on an inspection, if someone comes in, everybody in the upper floor of the town hall, we look out for each other. Someone will take a payment for me, put it in an envelope, put it in their safe, or when I come back, they hand it to me. So it's good, and I don't like the bad rap that we've gotten here, and it's just sad, but we're going to be better, and it's going to be awesome.
So another thing that probably needs to be addressed is the payroll audit. It seems to me that for years our payroll has been done pristinely. There's never been a question about it. So from your point of view in here, your seat, do you think you need a payroll audit?
I really don't, but if it's like Andrew McLean said, we have the audit, it's going to come back fine, then it should put a rest to everything. Again, the reason for the audit is because of the exempt salary employees. They're saying that we're not working our hours, but we're putting down 40 hours in the payroll system. Because we're salary, we have to put 40 hours because that's how they track it. And again, there's been a couple of investigations done with attorneys, and the attorney says there is nothing wrong here. But do the investigation. I mean, yes, it's going to cost $3,000. cost more if they go deeper, but it needs to be done. We've got to set people's minds at ease, and we just have to go and keep Pepperell going.
Yep, we do have to keep Pepperell going, but I think with all your outside responsibilities and your community service, I think Pepperell's got more above and beyond employees here. That's
thank
my
you so
feeling
much.
after
Thank you.
interviewing. Now, it's your forum. You can sum it up, tie it up, however you would like.
I just have to say that, again, I've said it several times here, and this Pepperell is a great place to live. You know, we have so many opportunities here. The schools are great. The library is fantastic. I mean, we have Patch, we have Pepperell Place, and you know, the camaraderie, and people just need to get involved. It would be a wonderful thing. Go to the band concerts that the PBA puts on. Go down to the senior center, because anybody can go to the senior center.
Great place.
And I can't wait to retire so I can go every day.
Yeah.
But that's a ways coming. But you know, I just think you have to be involved. It's a super place to live. And there, you know, every place has negativity, but my view is to turn that negativity upside down and make it good, because this is a great place to live.
Yes, it is. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
well, thank you.
I think that's a wrap. And great Pepperell. Check in again next week. We'll have someone else, and I very much appreciate this.
Thank you.
We both do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Are you okay? You're going to send